it's pandemonium. People are freaking out. And I'm like, what's the big deal? So, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy Moss, Bad Boy Gaming. Skadoosh! We have Commander Masters. And people are going bonkers over this stuff, man. This is the pre-cons, the Commander decks, right? We're going to be discussing in this video. So, the price just a couple days ago, not too long ago, well, a week ago, was $32. If you want to get your hands on all four, $3.90. Like, oh my God. Oh, where did this come from? So that's a big price hike. What is causing all of this? This has something to do with it, I think. I don't know how much this has to do with it because we don't know all the cards in this deck. This is Eldrazi Unbound, but we do have information on all the other cards. I think we're going to know more by tomorrow, you know. I didn't want to make this video too soon, but you know what? Sometimes when you're feeling froggish, you just gotta leap. So here we are. We have an Akithia. I'm not going to go over all this, but this is the enchantment deck, all right? I think all the cards here are priced. So $148 out the door, not including the price of Composer of Spring. That is not included in this price tag here. But this is just like a general idea of what's all in the deck and all that fun stuff that we have here, yay? Okay. Now, my takeaway is what we're witnessing right now, because this is the first time I'm taking a look at this one. However, I am disappointed with the Planeswalker one. Like, what were they thinking? What is with all these pop-ups? Sorry about that. I should be using Brave Browser. Cursors, sweet. Man, we see a lot of the same cards again and again and again because the cards are that good and they're hard to be replaced. Some things are irreplaceable, like yours truly. Okay, Nyx Weaver, Satire Enchanter, Citizen Champion. I really like this card. I had a lot of fun with this card in Standard. No doubt about it. Why am I talking like that? I don't know. That's a great question, because I wasn't talking like that a minute ago. I got AJ in the background. He's doing repacks right now. He's helped me with that. Still going hard on it. We're going hard in the paint today. It's going to be an all-day affair. That's right, on the repacks. We're making progress, I'll tell you that. Eidolon of Blossoms. Like, whoa. All right, Erebos, Bleak-Hearted. There's just not a lot of really freaking sweet cards in here. I get it's for enchantments. Wow. Has that card always been $15? Like, what's the deal? That seems to come out of nowhere. Font of Fertility. I'm just seeing a lot of, like, cards that they just slapped in here. You know, like, they're just like, yeah, let's throw a Ghoulish Impetus is not in here either. Don't you guys want to know what these cards are? I'm sure if you came this far in the video, you want to continue coming. All right, here's all the cards that are in the Commander deck, that the enchantment one that are not pulling up on the website. So, Ghoulish Impetus, yes. By the way, I was teaching my son how to draw nines. That's correct. No, not my 3-year-old, my 14-year-old. Moving forward. All right, Ghoulish Impetus. We have fun. You know, if you start doing something right, and you've been taught that way like your whole life, it's really difficult like to break that habit and to like do it a different way. You know. Yeah, his 9s were looking like 4s, and he's pricing stuff, and it just made it really like complicated. I'm like, no, that's a 4 you're showing me. He's like, Dad, it's a 9. Anyway, okay, 9s and 4s. I know. One day you get a 9, the next day you get a 4. Hey man, shabam. Okay, Ghoulish Impetus. Enchant creatures get +1/+1 death touch and is goaded. When enchanted creature dies, return Ghoulish Impetus to the battlefield at the beginning of the next 10 step. Cool card. Take it. Boon of the Spirit Realm. Let me give a breakdown. 5-drop. Enchantment Constellation. Constellation is fun. Whenever Boon of the Spirit Realm or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a blessing counter on Boon of the Spirit Realm. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each blessing counter on Boon of the Spirit Realm. I mean, for decks that people like counters matter. Oh, that's forever. Oh, it's magic. Okay, you know. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for. Okay, I was reading this card all different. That's not bad. It's a 5-drop though, but I mean, your opponent better have some enchantment removal for that sucker. Okay. Composer of Spring. Is that a flute? What are you blowing on there? Excuse me, miss. All right, we have Satyr Bard, the Constellation. No pricing on these cards yet. I don't believe so, at least. I don't believe so. So I don't believe. I don't think we'll have any pricing yet. Should I check out? Let's check it out together, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. $170. There's like people. It went from squirrel. It went from $100 to $177. That's insanity. Okay, what are we looking up? Composer of Spring. I just want to see if we have prices on these. Okay, I doubt it. But yeah, the Eldrazi deck just shot up like nuts. No pricing yet. Sorry. Try again later. They're like, how much money can we milk out of these people? Okay, where's Composer of Spring? There we go. So we got Composer of Spring. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you control 6 or more enchantments instead, you may put a creature or a land card from your hand on the battlefield tapped. That's cool. And it's only a 2-drop. I think that's a pretty bomb. That's a bomb right there. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a land card from your hand on the battlefield tapped. If you control 6 or more enchantments, instead you may put a creature or a land card from the. Yeah, but I mean, if this was if this was an elf, busted, you know. But it is a bard and a satyr. It's satyr. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's D's. It's not busted. Narcy, Fable, a singer. Isn't she beautiful on her harp there, guys? 4-drop. Lifelink. Girls, some of you. Lifelink. Whenever you sacrifice an enchantment, you draw. You draw a card. Whenever the final chapter ability of a saga you control resolves, ooh, I like it. Spicy. Meet the ball. Each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is that saga's mana value. I gotta move my camera. I don't really like the angle right here. It's not really complimenting me well. Okay. I like that she plays well with sagas. That's pretty sweet. Go 4-drop at lifelink. All these rolls, they could be crazy. That's sick, man. I was listening to Final Episode the other day. I was like on a kick. Who knows that song? Final Episode? Anybody? Asking Alexandria. Ondu Spirit Dancer, 5-drop. Core Cleric. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield. Give me a second. Somewhat better. We'll take it. Okay. Ondu Spirit Dancer. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may create a token that's a copy of it. Do this only once each turn. That's a fun card. I like that. But wait. And you can only do it once each turn. That could get so busted, because if you're creating whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may create a token that's a copy of it. Okay. Do that only once each turn. So then if I were to drop another enchantment after the initial token resolves, then I should be able, then that new copy should trigger this ability as well, right? And then create a token. Right? We could just, right? So if you had a way to just keep bouncing an enchantment out of the field and back, and out of the field and back, and out of the field and back, then couldn't you just create like infinite? Right? I think. Someone let me know. I think. Demon of Fate's Design. Flying and Trample. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an enchantment spell by paying life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. Oh, that's a 6-drop though. For 3, sacrifice another enchantment. Demon of Fate's Design gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn, where X is the sacrificed enchantment's mana value. I mean, I'd buy that for $1. All right, what else we got? We got Nyxborn Behemoth. Whoa, Beast Boy. 12-drop. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of non-creature enchantments you control. Trampley. 12-drop. Okay, for 2, sacrifice another enchantment. Nyxborn Behemoth gains indestructible until end of turn. Non-creature enchantment. I like that it's an enchantment creature. This is basically just Galta as an enchantment creature. You know, like, and it just says different stuff. And he has an ability. Galta didn't have a second ability, right? No. Sacrifice another enchantment. Nyxborn Behemoth gains indestructible. That's sweet. This is Galta, but he can protect himself, but he's not a 12/12. He's a 10/10. Wow, what a nerf. Okay. It's nerf or nothing. Then we have Battle of the Hillvolt. 6-drop. This is a saga. For each player, exile up to one target non-saga, non-land permanent that player controls until battle at the... What? That sounded confusing. For each player, exile up to one target non-saga, non-land permanent that player controls until battle at the Hell Vault leaves. Why does it sound so weird? Until battle at the end at the Hell Vault. What? Is this text wrong? For each player, exile up to one target non-saga, non-land permanent that player controls until battle at the until battle at the Hell Vault leaves. I was reading battle as if it's like some new ability or some shit. Okay. Okay, so one more time. For each player, exile up to one target non-saga, non-land permanent that player controls until battle of the Hell Vault leaves the battlefield. Okay. That's pretty damaging. For each player. Wow. Nightmare, huh? For a commander. Create Avacyn, a legendary 8/8 white angel creature token with flying, vigilance, and indestructible. Cards are so busted nowadays, man. I couldn't imagine something like this, like back in the day. Like everything's just so busted, you know? All right, Cacophony Unleashed. Don't mind if I do. When Cacophony Unleashed enters the battlefield, if you cast it, destroy all non-enchantment creatures. Okay, that's a nice one-sided wipe. Whenever Cacophony Unleashed or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, until end of turn, Cacophony Unleashed becomes a legendary 6/6 nightmare god creature with menace and death touch. It's still an enchantment. I think menace is one of the most underwhelming mechanics in Magic. That's just my opinion. Still, that's pretty sweet. I think that's some fun plays right there. Big old 7-drop. I know. But if you just want to use that other, part of it, cheat into play, that's cool. Okay. So back at it we go. This is the rest of the deck. I like the new inclusions. I like this card a lot. I like Lamp. Citizen Champion up to 490. Yeah, but the reprints are going to keep him down, man. I was curious if the Spider gained any traction. No, still 44 pennies. Archon of Sun's Grace is such a fun card, man. It really is. Okay, then we have Eidolon, yada, yada, yada. Anything else worthy in here? Heliod, God of the Sun. He got thrown in the mix. Of course, they wouldn't give us Heliod. Did you notice that? There's no Heliod in this build. Not once. All right, well, that kind of sums it up, guys and gals. Battle for Bredegurd. I guess there's there's a lot of enchantments here. And there's a lot of +1/+1 counter action going on here. I guess there's just not enough life gain. There's abundance. Starfield, at the beginning of your upkeep, what does this do again? You may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield as long as you control 5 or each other non-orange enchantment you control as a creature in addition to its other types as base power and toughness. Okay, I see that. I guess that's why it's $15. Okay. And the Eldest Reborn, Yahtzee, Mending of Diarrhea, and Sandworm Convergence. I remember getting annihilated during a draft at an LGS, and this dude killed me with Sandworm Convergence, little bastard. All right. And I'm sure the land base is just what you would expect. Yeah, there's nothing special in the land base. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Ritual, Kudama's Reach, Shrimp and Growth, Farce. Like, all these cards were in Double Masters 2022. Oh, right? Wasn't it 2022? Rampant Growth. I don't think Farseek was. Path to Exile, Kodama's Reach. I don't think the Ritual was either, but that's funny. Calyx, Destiny's Hand. Yeah, because let's always print mythics that are only worth 50 cents. Why not, right? All right, I think we're going to stop there. This will be like the first video today. I'm going to then go over the Planeswalker one, give my 2 cents on that one, and so on and so forth. I'm really hoping for the enchantment Frenzy to be over with, and we move on to Eldrazi, because that's what Daddy wants to see. Maybe we'll have it today, maybe we'll have it tomorrow. Either way, don't be sad, and don't wallow in your sorrow. Peace, love, and anal.